Hey guys, welcome back to Clashing with Corey. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button because I'm putting out new Clash content every day. Alright, with this video, what are we at? We're inside WHF here, and we're in an arranged war with the Swarm family. This is a really big breakdown. We've got nothing but Town Hall 12s, 11s, and 10s. No Town Hall 9s in this war, because that's what CWO Premier and Invite are going to look like this next year. So it's going pretty well so far, but I kind of wanted to get back to my roots a little bit with process videos. That's kind of what I started out doing. And then, the Wall Wrecker came out, and a lot of times these attacks were so overpowered with the new siege machines that process videos weren't as necessary, you know what I mean? But so they nerfed the Wall Wrecker a little bit. It's still really strong, but the big thing that's changing is people are starting to figure out, at least in the more competitive clans, how to build against the Wall Wrecker, how to build, you know what I mean, a base to where you're really taking away the value from the Wall Wrecker. So we're starting to see some more of the old school kind of attacks, you know what I mean? Queen Charge Lalo, Queen Charge Hog becoming really effective again on these bases that are built to defend the Wall Wrecker. And the first one that we're going to look at here is going to be a 97% 2-star that Mango went ahead and cleaned up. Let's go find it. And it's going to be a Queen Charge Lalo on number 15 right here. So let's get in. It's Agent 91. I'm not 100% sure who this is, because he just changed his name, and it's really hard to keep up with all the name changes. People are having a really good time changing their names, and so it can be kind of confusing to figure out who is who when everybody's changing their names. But let's get into this attack. So he's going to funnel right here with the baby dragon, and he's going to charge his queen into this area right here. He's going after these two air defenses, the enemy queen and the CC. Hold on, let me pause this and just make sure that my screen brightness is up for this video. There we go. Much better. Alright, so baby dragon comes down. He's got a minion over here to kind of cut in that side of the funnel. You don't want the queen to wander over there. Now, a Tesla pops up. This is a fresh hit, so he didn't know that Tesla was there. So he's going to send in some loons after it. But those two loons aren't going to quite do the trick. So he's going to have to send one more loon in there to take it down the rest of the way. Just had a sliver. So the queen still hasn't... Well, she has taken damage from the mortar, so he could have dropped his healers already, but he's still a little focused on that Tesla. So as soon as she steps up into range of the cannon, he is going to go ahead and drop his healers. And she's going to start working. He's got a test wall breaker that comes down. Just make sure there's no bombs on the way to that corner. So he gets that wall opened right there, and from that space right there, that queen can step up and reach the enemy queen, air defense, and all these buildings except for the backside expo here. And but she'll be able to step back out and get that expo just fine as well. So he's gonna send in a test loon. He's trying to make sure that if there's any black bombs there, which there is, that they only get that loon and not one of his healers. So now he sends his king in down on the bottom to take out this enemy king and these outer defenses right here. So his queen's going to go in now. She's under pretty heavy fire, but his healers are still rage. He's going to go ahead and drop another rage right now. Actually, he might just pop ability since the enemy queen's locked onto him. Enemy queen of level 40 or close to that can kill your queen really fast, sometimes even under rage if she's being targeted by other defenses. So that's why he goes ahead and pops his ability there. So I believe up to this point he's only used one rage. Although I could be wrong on that. Now he's going to go ahead and start his Lalo. So if you look at this... He only had 1 minute and 10 seconds left when he started his Lalo. Generally, when you're doing a Queen Charge Hog attack or a Queen Charge Lalo, you want to start your Lalo at least 1 minute and 30 seconds. You know what I mean? Sometimes a little bit less if you have a ton of cleanup. Excuse me. Or if your queen's going to get like a ridiculous amount of the base with the charge, sometimes you can wait longer than that. But that's the general rule. You want to start your back-end troops, either your Lalo or your Hogs, by 1 minute and 30 left. Another thing you want to do... Okay, he does start minions right after his Lalo, so that's good. He just starts the Lalo a little bit too late. Queen's going to go down over here to that single target Inferno, but she did get a ton of value. And, God, I wish they had a rewind button on here because I missed it. But he sent in a Blimp over on this side, and it was kind of wasted. He didn't use the right angle from where the Town Hall was to get any tanking out of that Blimp. So he could have just as easily dropped those max CC loons right there. So it is a pretty nice Lalo. He only had a little L left of the base, so it was a nice, easy Lalo, and it was well done. But basically, he just started this Lalo too late, and it's gonna time out. You know, he's gonna get down all the defenses, no problem. Just I'm gonna go ahead and times 4 it, because he's not gonna quite have enough left for this base. So, obviously, it was an excellent plan. Got really close. You basically just need to start the Lalo earlier. But since you're going to rerun it, there's other stuff that can be changed too. And Mango's going to make some of those changes based on the information that he got from that attack to make a more convincing 3-star. So he's going to get that baby dragon and minion down. He's also uses an archer over here instead of a wizard because it's a whole minute before the queen gets anywhere close to there. So that archer has plenty of time to get down this barracks with nothing targeting it. Another adjustment he's going to make is he's going to get that Tesla down with 2 loons. How he's going to do it is as soon as that baby dragon gets targeted by the Tesla, he's going to drop in those 2 loons. So since that Tesla's being tanked by that baby dragon, those 2 loons are going to take it out just fine. So he saved a loon up there, and he saved 3 camp space down there on the archer. Other than that, he's not going to use a test wall breaker because that area's already been tested. There is no bombs there. So the only thing he has to remotely think about is mortar timing, but he's going to be coming in from an angle where that's not going to be a problem either. So queen steps up. He's going to send in those wall breakers right there, and they're going to get that break. No problem. So now queen's going in. Sends in that test loon to go ahead and get that black bomb right there. Just like what worked on the first attack. And it actually triggers 2 black bombs. Wow. So he doesn't get a full CC pull, and that's unfortunate. So he goes and drops the poison on it anyways, and his queen is still raged up, so. Now, the rest of the CC is going to be coming out here pretty soon. I think it was an extra wall breaker that maybe partially pulled that CC. Now he's going to pop his queen. Just make sure he takes out that enemy queen and the rest of the troops in that CC. And of course, that loon is going somewhere else entirely. Now he gets his king down there to take care of that enemy king. It's going to get those, tank some of those backside defenses as well. And his queen is going to duck out of range of that X-bow in time. She's going to get healed back up to full health. So now he starts in his Lalo. And it paths just a little bit differently. So you're going to see that they're going to miss that Tesla. And so he gets his blimp down on the other side, and it actually pops 2 red bombs before he opens it up and brings the loons out. So he got some really good value out of that. Now at this point right here, I was actually in the room spotting him, and I was like, bro, your loons missed a Tesla up top. And he was like, why didn't you tell me? And I'm like, man, you got 4 loons left. Just put some loons on it. He's like, oh yeah, we're good. It was pretty funny. So he's got a ton of loons coming into this last section. They're going to crush it, no problem. And maybe actually should have used 3 loons up there. They don't have a haste or anything, so they're not going to quite get that Tesla. But he's got enough minions and pups up here that they're going to come down and finish it off the rest of the way. Oh, I was wrong. That's 2 loons did get that Tesla, no problem. And so he's got 2 more loons on the backside. He just throws down for extra help cleaning up. But yeah, absolutely smashed this base. Basically, just started the Lalo earlier. You know what I mean? And he was able to make some improvements to bring in a few more loons too. So always nice on a cleanup hit when you know exactly where the Teslas are, exactly what's in the CC. You can really make those fine-tuned adjustments, and you know that sometimes that's what's necessary for a 3-star. Making those fine adjustments to get exactly your targets on the funnel, to get exactly, you know what I mean, exactly what you need in all these different areas. So next one we're going to look at is going to be another process video. So the first one wasn't quite as close. What is this? This is going to be Beth on the Biggie account hit on number 32. And where is Biggie here? Oh, there we go. So it's going to be replay number 1. So this is a fresh hit on this base, and she's looking to bring her siege machine in right here. And instead of using a freeze on this Inferno, since we have backside hogs, the idea was to bring some giants to tank it, so that the siege machine would last a while longer, getting this base a little bit deeper. And then we're looking at hogging the rest of this base. So we had a little bit of probably poor communication and planning. That's why it doesn't quite go so well. So we're trying to get the bowler bounce on this mortar. Again, it was a fresh hit. Didn't know that Tesla was there, so that definitely stops that bowler bounce right there. So she kind of throws in some wizards there that are in range of that Tesla, and they are just going to die. So then she gets in a giant to tank it, so she does get a little bit of a funnel going over on that side. And again, just kind of not checking the ranges of those defensive perfectly to see which ones are going to be your free buildings. So your free buildings on this one were definitely going to be this army camp and this army camp over here. That you can get those with wizards with nothing tanking. So, and then another miscommunication we had is she didn't quite look at the range of this Inferno, so she put in the Giants on the wrong Archer Tower. You'll see if we look at the range, the other side of this Archer Tower is not going to be tanked by those Giants at all. If you had put them down on the inside of this Archer Tower, those would have definitely tanked the single target Inferno. So we lost a lot of wizards at this point, and our funnel is getting really slow in being created. She's going to bring in the Wrecker. Unfortunately, those Giants path over to that mortar, and so that the Wrecker is going to take full fire right from that single target Inferno. So we've got heroes down. CC is going to come out, going to bring it down to poison for it. Fortunately, the King's going to walk, but at least she's got CC Valks. Now, if you look at the rage was really late on that. If you have CC Valks in your siege machine, you got to watch the health on it. When it's getting ready to pop, you got to have that rage down so that as soon as those Valks come out of there, they're flying into those defenses, flying through walls, flying through heroes. They're going to be taking really heavy fire. So if your rage is late, you're probably going to lose half of them before you get your rage down, before you get your value out of them. So, even with that, her queen does end up taking on the enemy king, but I don't think he has enough health to take him out. And we just didn't get that much value out of the kill squad there because we had some funneling issues, we had some Tesla issues. So, now at this point, this side over here is really thin. I probably would have started hogs on this side because we have some really thick areas. And when you start the raid with, say 30 hogs. You might only end the raid with 10 or 15. So you want to make sure the area that they're going to end on just gets skinnier and skinnier. So those last, 15 or 10 hogs can really focus in on that smaller area. So, and also I would have gone a little heavier on your first group of hogs. Town Hall 10 defenses have a lot of hit points and they're really harsh. So you want to get about 20 hogs down on your first group and then bringing in, 3 or 4 on the outer defenses after that. So not quite heavy enough on the hogs in the beginning and maybe starting from the wrong side as well. So this tech's really going to peter out. We'll see. We'll 4 times it. So yeah, hogs just kind of spread out, thinned out. Didn't last that long. So let's go in and let's look at the other attack and the adjustments that were made. Once again, it's always easier. Oh wow, Dial just hit a live 3-star there, but we're gonna stick with what we're doing on this one here. Let's go down. So I actually did this cleanup hit. We're gonna see the adjustments that I made. Now, granted, I had, you know what I mean? I knew where those Teslas were going to be. So I was able to bring in exactly the troops I needed for the funnel I needed. I opted to bring 3 loons to get rid of this Archer Tower. Because this side over here, with this high hit point storage, with the Archer Tower, it's tough to funnel that side because it was covered. So I decided if I get rid of that Archer Tower with 3 loons, then I can get a bunch of free funneling done over here with wizards. Let's see, the mortar's in range, but really nothing else is in range. So I took out that Archer Tower and with those 3 loons, and then I was able to get some more wizards down there for some quick funneling. So I did get the Giants down on the right area to tank for the single target. However, I sent my siege machine through here and it took it forever to get through that elixir storage. So the Giants get rid of that Archer Tower, but they don't really tank the siege machine as much as they could have. I should have put down the siege machine first. If you check the edge of this, it would have been stuck here for a while, and then I should have put the Giants down and they would have tanked for that single target a little longer. However, I invest really heavy in the funnel for this. I used like 4 wizards, a baby dragon, 5 giants, and 3 loons on the funnel. So yeah, that's a heavy investment for a funnel. But if you remember anything, remember that any investment you make on your funnel is always going to be a good investment. The funnel is that important. So my siege machine gets up to the wall, and it is taking fire from the single target. But it did have full health going in, so it is going to get through that second wall. Now, that poison's going to come down, and then that rage is going to come down right after it, because you'll see that siege machine is busting open right now. Because I spent so much on funneling, I do get both my heroes to go right inside this base. So Valks are raged, heroes are raged. We're getting through that enemy CC and both of the enemy heroes. That's a big deal on a hog attack when you can get the king and the queen on the entry, because a king can be pretty tough to deal with on the backside too, especially if he's a high level. So king and a few Valks are going to break into that next wall, so my queen's going to be able to get even more value in there with popping her ability. Now, I'll tell you, I wasn't that happy with my first heal because I knew my queen was going to take heavy fire, so I placed it so I could go over and pop her ability so she didn't die. Which, she does get some really good value. If you look what's left of this base, it's a pretty thin amount left. Sure, we picked up skellies right at the beginning. That's pretty normal on a well-designed base. You want to be patient with that skelly spell because chances are, if the base is well designed, you're going to pick up at least 1 or 2 more skelly traps along the way. So if you use your poison too early, your hogs at the end are going to be at the mercy of those last 1 or 2 skelly traps. So you're going to wait till kind of a thinned out area to drop that skelly spell to make sure that you get them all. So here goes down the second heal, and you'll notice my heals are not to cover the defenses, they're to cover where the hogs are going to be on the defenses. So they cover plenty of area in front of that archer tower, and you might not think that heal covers the wizard tower, but if you look at the angle my hogs are going to be hitting that wizard tower from, it does cover my hogs. So remember, you're healing the hogs, not the defenses. Whichever direction your hogs are coming from, that's the side of the back defense you're going to need to heal. And also, on the front defense on there, you want to lead that out a little bit. Look at the extra area I overlapped in front of that archer tower, because that's where my hogs are going to be. So I did get cleanup down right away. I always like to bring a miner on my hog hits. You see that little dark spell factory in the middle there that the miner went in and reached. Sometimes those can cause a 99% fail. So when you have a miner in your comp and you funnel it in to the core to take out those inner buildings, it really helps you not time fail. So, we're just kind of running out. It's just cleaning up a little bit. I hope you guys liked the video. A lot of these bases are getting better designed to defend the wall wreckers. So we're having to, So our hit rates are going to go, back down kind of to, they're still going to be better than before. But it's going to be more of a normal rate. We're not going to be having those 80-90% hit rates as we're hitting these better designed bases. So we're going back to, process videos. Sometimes a falcon is the best way to hit a base, even if it's not the best use of a wall wrecker. We're also coming up with some creative ways to use the wall wrecker on the backside of an attack to get some more value. Maybe you just put hogs in there and you're taking out a wizard tower, tanking a bunch of defenses with it for hogging on the back end. So as bases get better, we're having to become more creative, and we're getting back to the process videos, getting back to back to kind of our roots on 3-star and Town Hall 10s, where we got to think about it a little more and put in more planning, which is good. That's what I like. That's what I've always liked about Town Hall 10 is the challenge, the amount of planning you got to put in. So, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys for the next video.